It's the Bulls Podcast 58. We've got preseason reaction. Hey, Patrick
Chicago
Williams gets
Bulls
benched,
fans.
and Ray Clay taking me over.
Your Bulls Podcast. Here are your hosts, Marcus Couch and Wyse Black.
Yeah. Welcome to the Bulls Podcast, coming to you from bullspodcast.com. This is where we bring you the latest news, reviews, rants, rumors, and opinions on the players, coaches, and front office of the Chicago Bulls. My name is Marcus Couch, and with me once again is my friend on the other end, Mr. Wyse Black.
Yes, sir. What's up, guys? I am the Bull Lifer himself, Wyse Black, and we're ready to get rocking and rolling, guys. I hope y'all are ready. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah. So we got some more preseason reaction, more drama. It wouldn't be preseason without drama. Patrick Williams benched. Billy says no, but we'll talk about it. Andre Drummond puts on a three-point spectacle with his new bag of tricks. Does he really want that Vooch starting job? And we got a quick review of Io at the point guard position. We'll be right back after this quick timeout.
Bulls fans, remember to follow the show on social media at Bulls Podcast and at bullspodcast.com.
We're still getting the hang of this video thing. Anyway, tonight the Bulls are set to take on the Milwaukee Bucks in a final tune-up before the Bulls season opener in Miami. We made our predictions last show where I think the Bulls are going to lose and Wyse thinks the Bulls are going to win this one. We shall see, because Billy Donovan just announced that DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine will not play in tonight's preseason finale. So what do you think, Wyse? You still think the same thing? You want to switch back to reality now? Or are we talking?
Well, obviously that leans into what you said they would, what you predicted they would do. Obviously, yeah, they're probably going to take a L more than likely. But this may be a battle of the bench squads, because Giannis, I'm sure he won't play as much, and probably none of their other starters either. So we'll see. It's a dice roll game.
Okay. You never know. Javonte Green might be the hero. This may be the game that Patrick Williams comes out and maybe rips 60. I don't know. I'm just talking. All right. We had some news last week. Kobe White had an MRI after leaving a game. Then he went the next day and they said his knee was fine. Obviously, we've seen him play again, though not really that well. But he is back in action. What's your reaction to Kobe White?
Being back in action, or just in general?
Just how he's been playing. Do you think he's maybe feeling the injury still? He didn't have a great game against Toronto.
No, he didn't have a great game, but I did see some decent things out of him. I saw, I believe it was he and Alex Caruso hook up on a few different baskets together with Kobe White. He spotted him driving to the lane where Alex got a couple easy lay-ins, in the teeth of the defense. Kobe White was looking pretty aggressive out there too. So, he looked a little bit better in Toronto's game than he did the previous two. So, Kobe, he knows that he has a lot to prove this year. So I think he's going to get up for it.
Yeah, so he's got 6 assists, 4 rebounds, but he was, 3 for 10 in the Toronto game, which is not exactly what we're looking for. Yeah. So, okay, Kobe. Well, you got a lot to prove.
Kobe White,
other news,
I was just gonna say, man, Kobe White, he's gonna have to make his bread and butter playing 3-and-D. I honestly believe Kobe White has to take 3-pointers, man. He needs to make game spot up shooting and just catch and shoot threes all day. He needs to take at least, I say, 8 games. Be our 3-and-D guy.
I
think that's where he'll that's what he'll make his bread and butter on this team if he wants a contract.
Yeah, well, let's see about that. Okay, so we had a little controversy the last couple of games. They benched Patrick Williams, and Javonte just rose up and said, all right, I remember this movie. I played this last year, this same role. So we really scoured, and we got a couple clips here that we can show you. This is what Billy Donovan's initial reaction to the press asking about this.
Whether Patrick starts or comes off the bench, I'm 1,000% confident that he wants to do whatever he can do to help the team in whatever role he's in. That's just the kind of guy he is. So, I think Darnell asked me, how do he handle it? Like, he was totally fine with it. That's the thing I love about him. He's a total team guy. I've been around players where you sit there and you want to send a message. Like, there's no message being sent to him. You know what I mean? Because that's just not who he is. You can have a conversation with him. One game, a preseason game, to sit there and say, we've already made a decision he's not going to start is probably just not accurate or fair. Could that happen? Yeah, maybe. But, I wouldn't say that decision was made today, by any stretch of the imagination. He may help our team in the second unit. He may help him starting. But, I would tell you this, he's going to be in the rotation. There's no question about that. He's too gifted and too important to our team not to be in the rotation. He's on the floor. I don't know how many minutes he played tonight, but, he played about the same amount of minutes as everybody else. So he got a really, really good minutes tonight and played with the starters, played with the second unit. Like, we mixed and matched. And, I thought his minutes were really productive, as I thought Javonte and some other guys' minutes were productive.
Okay. I'll give him that. He's obviously going to make the rotation. Do you think that's going to have some impact on P. Will and his confidence? And why does he, I don't know, man, he seems so eggshell soft to me. Just get in there, man. You're like,
Billy Donovan has to be one of the best player coaches I've ever seen, man. How much he just, goes to bat for this guy. I mean, granted, as he said, it's just preseason, so you don't want to jump off a cliff and make, too many bulletproof decisions just yet. But I mean, come on, the proof is in the pudding in a way. But I mean, when it comes to Patrick Williams, man, I feel like he needs a year-round personal trainer. Even during the season, he needs to have a year-round personal trainer working with him every single day on his game, boosting his confidence and just getting up more and more shots, working on some more diversity in his game. And also, I hear what Billy Donovan is saying, but he needs to give him an ultimatum. I don't know, but he needs to tell Patrick, hey, I insist that you take 12 shots a game or you're going to be benched for Dalen Terry. Something like a light has
Dalen
to be
Terry already, really?
Yeah, I haven't even started yet. But yes, Dalen Terry.
I can't wait for next week. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, here's how Javonte Green reacted to that starting role.
And there's a block for Jones with his long arm. Green hustling to the rim. Oh, where did he take off from? Goodness gracious. Holy smokes. That's on people.
that was
on
absolutely beautiful, man. That and me, when I say he's gonna be benched for Dalen Terry, I mean that guy starting over him.
Oh, so third.
Yes. So I mean,
rotation.
yes, he would be third at power forward. Yes.
Okay. But
Javonte Green, I mean, I don't care what people are saying. It's too early. Yada yada this, yada yada that. I mean, come on, man. Look, just give the eye test. That guy deserves to start. The way Javonte Green is playing, come on, man. He wants a contract as well, and he looks like he deserves it.
All right. Here's what Javonte had to say when reporters asked him.
It's no competition. We just here to make the team better, and whoever starts, I feel like we trust the coaching staff to put whoever in the right position to start with whatever pieces they got going on. So we just here. It's a team game. So whatever coach decides, we with it.
You and Patrick are both team first guys. You always say you'll do whatever's best for the team, but there is kind of a status to starting, to earning a starting job. I mean, does that come into your mind, or do you guys talk about that, or not?
No, not for me. Like I said before the preseason started, it's not about how many minutes I play, as long as I'm contributing to the team. So I don't care if I'm starting or if I'm not playing at all. My energy is contagious, so I just feel like that.
Do you understand why it's a storyline? I mean,
no, for sure you understand that, but it's not what I'm looking for. I'm just here to play basketball and make the team better.
Okay. Good
I
answer.
believe him.
Good team answer, but I know he wants that role, obviously.
I think he wants it, but I do think he's okay. I think he understands what the Bulls are doing. He understands that Patrick Williams is the future of the Bulls should he come around. But I believe that Javonte Green just understands that he has to play ball. He has to stay focused on his game so he can remain in the rotation. He's a minimum player. He understands where he is in the league, and he's just trying to focus on himself and get better, within his own game to remain a rotational guy. If he actually does make a leap especially with how he's been looking thus far, I really hope that this isn't just some, preseason hype play that Javonte Green has going on. And I actually do hope he does take a jump. And if that's what this is, it's absolutely beautiful. I still believe that he doesn't mind coming off the bench.
No, not at all. So let's move on to Io and his role. Obviously, Lonzo's probably not going to be back until January. So we wanted to really check in, take a quick look. It turns out Io's actually been seeking Lonzo Ball's help in sort of channeling that starting point guard role. He admitted that he was getting stronger for NBA action in the offseason and that he already heals up from games a lot faster than he used to, just because of his offseason work. He talked about practice being 5-on-5 now, so he feels a little bit better in terms of running the offense and how comfortable he feels with the starters. Let's take a listen to what Io said the other day.
Yeah, I feel a lot stronger. Even just those bumps out there, trying to keep my defender in front or finishing at the rim. Every aspect of the game, I would say I feel a lot stronger than last year. Just out here playing. We got after it today. We were able to play a lot more 5-on-5 and a lot more live, and I think that I feel stronger.
Last one for me. What area do you specifically want to improve in the most this season?
I mean, the stamina part, just being able to, have my stamina there throughout the whole season, and then just being able to be a reliable playmaker at all times. It's going to be a lot of times where teams are going to key in on Zach, DeMar, Vooch, and just being able to, use my experience from last year and grow as a player and a reliable playmaker out there.
All right, that makes sense. So what's your take on Io as far as how he's handling the point role so far?
Honestly, I'm impressed with the kid. He looks very poised out there. He doesn't look like anything is like he's taken off guard by anything. When I see Io out there, he looks like he belongs out there. He takes his shots within the floor of the offense. He does what he can out there on the defensive end, and he makes plays when he needs to. Whenever he can get to the basket or whenever he can, take an open shot or whenever he feels like he's in rhythm, he does so. And I feel like it doesn't, disrupt the team. It doesn't feel like he's out there, just having the jitters and trying to, being conflicted about when to shoot. It seems like he knows his role in the starting lineup with the veteran guys, and he's doing it really well from what I can see. I'm impressed with him.
Yeah, same here. I can't wait to see regular season Io in rare form. These guys are probably maybe going 70%, I would say, in the game. You're not going to see the vicious dunks and things like that. So that's crazy. But what we hope we see, Andre Drummond with the threes in Toronto. I mean, let me explain this. In the Raptors game, newest Bulls acquisition, Andre Drummond lived up to his jersey number by sinking 3 of 3 3-pointers and adding 9 defensive rebounds to boot. So this new phase of Andre's game could open up a lot of interesting things for the Bulls. I mean, it's not likely that he's going to be doubled or even defended beyond the stripe, but this certainly does make things interesting for not only Drummond, but Vooch and even his contract. I mean, if you remember, Wyse, last year we were talking about maybe getting Andre Drummond. It's, maybe even before we got Vooch. I think Andre's always been in the conversation. But I want to play for everybody. My absolute favorite play-by-play guy. I happened to be doing stuff during the Toronto game, so I was out, so I got to listen to actually YouTube. And this is what I was listening to when this all went down. And by the way, I'll let you. I'll listen to it right now first. This is amazing, and then I'll comment.
Ball game here. Nate G, I had to grab a cold one. I ain't mad at you, brother. Here's Io now the other way, up and under, kicks his back. Drummond open again. Oh, my goodness. Andre Drummond. He said, I'm open, and it's cash, baby. Stop playing with me. The bank is open, and I'm cashing checks. Andre Drummond. Oh, my goodness. What is happening? Hey, let him shoot. Let him shoot, coach. Let him shoot. They was closing out on him, too. Let him shoot, coach. Hey, can we get an Andre? He's got 9 points, 9 rebounds, all 9 points of three-pointers. Here's now pull-up 3. Toronto left that one short. Rebounded by Io. Hey, bro. This man cashing right now. Here's now Terry. Thought about it. Now pulls. Corner 3. And Dalen Terry with the tray ball. 93-87. Bulls take the lead here, bro. That's hilarious.
That was spectacular. That was good. That was really good.
Yeah, I couldn't believe Andre Drummond. He did it all last season. I think the year before too. So Pat's, I told Pat, you're not schizophrenic if you actually record the stuff and broadcast it rather than talking to yourself in the television, which is what he did before. But here's what Andre Drummond said about that dazzling 3-point performance.
Probably like year six, every summer I would just go at it. I mean, there's videos that are out of me shooting them. I would never take them in the game, but it's more so just working in the dark when nobody's watching and being able to be prepared for those moments when it does come. It's just something that I spoke to the coaching staff in the summertime when I was signed here. Is that it's something that I've worked on, that I want to be able to stay on the floor, and I want to be able to add different facets to my game to be able to help this team win. And if I'm able to make that corner 3 when I'm wide open, it just adds another element to our team.
Okay, what do you think?
Absolutely right. Absolutely correct. I like what he said just as far as adding different elements to his game. Andre Drummond probably understands where he is in the league right now. He's a former All-Star, and he understands that he's not that same guy who's going to, control the offense and have the offense ran through him. So he now recognizes that he has to, as he said, be able to produce in other ways on the floor. And it is absolutely beautiful that now he's trying to do so here with the Chicago Bulls. While also, I've never seen him do it on other teams, so it's pretty funny that he now comes here and he's jacking up threes. But why not?
I think it's because I think Billy's the only one that's probably letting him get away,
allowing him to, right? Yeah.
Because that's what he said this summer. Hey man, I'm working on threes. Every other, like, can you imagine in Brooklyn telling Nash, "Hey man, let me shoot threes."
Not even Steve Nash, KD, Kyrie. They're like, "Dude, are you high?" No, don't shoot a 3. No, get your big down in the post and get rebounds. That's all you do. Get rebounds.
Yeah.
No, they definitely wouldn't have gave him the leisure to shoot threes, but I'm not mad at it the way he was shooting it in Toronto.
No, I'm not upset at all. Okay, so let's go over some of our last week's predictions. I messed up and I said Orlando was playing last Friday, and it happened to be Denver. But we both predicted rather that we'd get a dub anyway, and so we were both correct on that assumption. Bulls Raptors, you thought that they would lose, and I predicted a win, so I'm +1 now in the count. Okay. But it's early. It's preseason. We're gonna throw our preseason predictions out, when the regular season starts. So we'll be even slate after tonight. So I predicted an L. This is one of those rare. I don't think we've ever provided anybody with the opportunity to change their answer, but it's a rare pre-show, pre-game entity that we're doing here. So would you like to change back to an L?
Well,
got my
let me
finger
think
on the L
really
right
quickly.
now.
Really quickly. Because again, like I said, it's more than likely going to be a battle of the benches.
Okay, whose bench sucks worse? Well, if you put P, I don't know.
P. Will is going to play. He's definitely going to play.
We're gonna get a Caruso versus what's his name fight tonight? Grayson Allen.
You know what? I think I'm gonna stick with the Bulls. I do.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with the Bulls on this one.
Die hard.
W.
All right. Seeing red over there. Look at him.
Hey.
Wyse Black.
You know what?
Going with
you know
the
what
Bulls.
else furthers my point?
What?
Guess what Milwaukee's preseason record is already?
0-3. I hear you,
0-3.
but they got to redeem themselves.
Nah, that tells me they're not worried about the preseason. Giannis isn't playing. Chris Middleton, he's still, recovering and everything. I think he's ready to go, but why risk it in the preseason? So
did you see that? DeMar DeRozan's new podcast where he's talking about it really doesn't make a difference even until an All-Star break?
Yeah.
Like if you're in it by All-Star, if you're relatively not in the basement by All-Star break, then the real games begin. So
pretty much.
It's about maintaining Bulls, until then. Yeah.
We see how the Bulls fared during that time last season. So, I mean,
yeah,
I hear
exactly.
But what about that?
I know. I know.
When it mattered, we didn't look too good. So.
All right. So I think with that being said, man, I think we're going to close it out a little early so that we can go ahead and catch that game.
Yes, sir.
And I'll start the here's what I got coming up for video. Well, my place is about to get destroyed this week in terms of they got to do some plumbing crap and saw through walls and all that. So hoping that we can start next week with a full-on video show. And then the week after that, we've got Pete Kidd from the Windy City Breeze coming on. There's a lot going on, and there's a lot of technical stuff that I think you guys are all going to appreciate. This was just kind of a StreamYard thing, and I'm going to turn this down. Ooh, a little hot on that music. This was just a test. If you guys like this, and I think this is something that Wyse and I can probably crank out so fast anyway. This has only been 23 minutes, Wyse. We really covered a lot, especially with all those clips and things. So, and if you're the owner of those clips, please don't flag us. Come on, man. Be nice. This is Bulls.
We're all just fans here.
Yeah. Come on. So, give us a like, a thumbs up, all that stuff. Wyse, where can they find you throughout the internet?
You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at radical_creator. And also, do not forget to check out your boy on YouTube. Just type in Wyse Black, WYSE Black, for all of my takes on the Chicago Bulls throughout this season.
Okay, and you can find me at Marcus Couch everywhere that you find anything. That's pretty much me. Still haven't done anything with that TikTok, but some people thought that joke was funny from last week. And I didn't mean to rain on your Kobe quote, man. I listened to the show again. I was like, oh, okay, now you're gonna make me go on a downer. The ending last week. It's kind of fun. Okay. Anyhow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the show, bro. Thank you.
I thought that was really good.
Yeah. Okay, so let us know how you like us in video. This is the first time that you've actually seen Wyse and us together. We don't even look at each other during the show. It's just typically a Zoom thing where we're just, kind of talking. So I did a lot of reading. We played a lot of clips. There'll be some other cool stuff that I'm going to have, like stats and other stuff that I'll be able to pull up in the future. So hope you like this. Let us know. Shoot us a thumbs up. Say hi to everybody broadcast, and I hope you guys tune into Pat the Designer too, especially if you're watching live. Check him out tonight as he gives a live call to Milwaukee. I always mute the game and put those guys on. It's so much more enjoyable, especially Chad is hilarious too. Some of their takes. Last year, all we did was trade Vooch every game. That's all Chat wanted to do.
Wait, so you don't even watch the game? You just
I watch the game, but I mute it. I mute the
Okay.
game, and then I sync it to where the live call is on their YouTube stream.
Okay.
And that way
Gotcha.
I can listen to what's going on, and it's way better anyway.
Dope.
But it's cool. All right. Any parting thoughts? Any parting wisdom?
No. Just see red.
Okay.
Go Bulls.
Go Bulls.